This is how to solo complete the main Easter egg on the Cold War Zombies map Forsaken. The first thing you'll need to do is activate Pack-a-Punch, which can easily be done by following the indicated hints on screen. Once you've done that, you can then turn around and hit another button to the right of this window. This will play a mini in-game cutscene, which you can now actually skip if you'd like. So after that's done, you'll then want to get the new Chrysalax Wonder Weapon. I would say the easiest and fastest way to get one is through the trials, but you can also get it from the box or by completing its own build quest. A video on how to do that can be found in the description below. Anyway, once you've got the Chrysalax, you'll then want to make your way to the fuel processing area and interact with one of these 4 panels. This will start a lockdown, for which you'll have to kill zombies to charge the fuel tanks. Be careful though, because this area is very tight and you're going to have a lot of spawns. If you fail the lockdown, you'll just have to try it again on the next round. But if done successfully, a part of the fuel tank will drop into the map that you'll be able to collect. Next, we're going to focus on the Dark Ether crystals. There are going to be 3 giant crystals that can be found in certain areas of the map. What you want to do is destroy the 3 orbs that are floating around these crystals. The easiest way to do this is by using the ranged variant of the Chrysalax, which you can swap to by pressing B or up on the D-pad. But be careful while destroying these orbs, because they will spawn an endless wave of zombies and bosses. Anyway, once all 3 orbs have been destroyed, you then need to switch back over to the Savager and melee the crystal. Doing this will leave behind a shard that you can actually collect as equipment. What's also going to happen is an Abomination will spawn. What you want to do is throw the shard at the Abomination so that it eats it up. Once it does, you can then kill the Abomination and collect a crystal that it leaves behind. So this will have to be done a total of 3 times, and they can be done in any order. You can find a crystal on the Storage Zone 5 rooftops, another one in the Amplifying Room, and another back at the staging area where you spawn. So once you've collected all 3 crystals from the Abominations, you'll then need to head over to Pack-a-Punch and give one of your weapons the Deadwire ammo type. After you've got that, make your way to the arcade and electrify a zombie right next to this Grand Prix arcade machine. If done correctly, you'll then be able to pay 2,000 points to control an ARCXD. With that, go ahead and drive over to the TV store across the street and wait for the RCXD's pulses to knock down this vent behind the counter. Go ahead and drive through there, then detonate the RCXD near this shelving. What this will do is blow open a hole in the wall where you'll be able to collect a small screen. Keep in mind, this is the only ARCXD you'll be able to do this with. And for the final part, you're going to need to wait for an Abomination to spawn, then bring it to the boardroom, which is just outside of the amplifier area. Once there, go ahead and stand under this object suspended on the wall and wait for the Abomination to either charge at you or just stomp around in that general corner. This will cause the object to fall to the ground, where you'll be able to collect it. Now you're pretty much ready to enter the final stages of the Easter egg. So before moving on, I would recommend upgrading your guns to the highest tiers, buying all your perks, and making sure you have full armor. Once you're ready, go ahead and make your way to this workbench at the end of Main Street and build the Neutralizer. After a few moments, you'll then be able to interact with it again, which will open up the street behind it. Now you must follow along with the Neutralizer as it makes its way down the street while surviving against a wave of zombies. Periodically, the Neutralizer will stop moving due to lack of fuel, for which you'll have to venture off outside of the protective bubble to collect catalyzed crystal shards from these large orange crystals. Placing them into the Neutralizer will allow it to move again. But be careful, you cannot last long outside of the bubble, so try to make these runs quick. So pretty much repeat that all the way up until you reach the end of the sequence. Once there, you'll have one last chance to buy your perks, upgrade, or replenish your armor. Here, I would also recommend buying a death machine, but it's not totally necessary. Anyway, once you're ready, interact with this large door to enter the boss fight. During this, it's probably best to just stay away from the boss entirely. What you'll need to do is wait for Maxis to fly away from him, then immediately get under her and start killing zombies to charge her essence levels. Once her essence bar on the left is green, she'll fly over and power up one of these turrets. When she's done with that first one, I would recommend charging her essence right after that so she can immediately go over and power the other one on the opposite side. Once they're both ready, you can then use your death machine to break the boss's shields. These will be located on the shoulders, and once both have been destroyed, you can then hop on one of the turrets and fire at the same place. You should be able to use one turret on each shoulder. This will bring his health down to half, and it'll also play a sort of mini cutscene sequence. Once that's done, you'll pretty much repeat that entire process again. Charge Maxis twice so she can power the turrets, then destroy the boss's shields. This time around, the first shield and weak point will be on his stomach. Then after that, the final shielding weak point will be on his head. I found that the Chrysalax easily destroyed his head shield when my death machine ran out. Also keep in mind, during this second phase, the boss has a ranged lightning attack, so try and stay out of that whenever possible. Anyway, once you've used that final turret to destroy the boss, you'll actually start taking damage and down, but then the final cutscene will begin to play. Well, that's pretty much it for the video, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.